Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're stepping back into a world that's really shaped so many of us. The wizarding world of Harry Potter.
Absolutely. A huge cultural touchstone.
Exactly. And our mission today is kind of twofold. Look at the amazing legacy of those original films, but then also unpack this, well, pretty captivating news about the new HBO Max series.
Right.
The big question, I suppose, the one we're really diving into, is how do you even begin to adapt such an iconic story again? Especially when the first time around was so well beloved.
That's the core of it, isn't it? We've looked at our sources to figure out, what made those original films click so deeply, how they built that connection.
Okay.
And then, yeah, pivot to what this new series is promising, but also the huge expectations and, let's face it, the challenges that come with retelling a story people know inside out.
Okay, so let's start there. The original 8 films, I mean, massive global success, right? Yeah. Over $7.7 billion worldwide.
Just staggering numbers.
But it was more than the money, wasn't it? What was it about those films that made them so iconic, that inspired like a whole generation of readers, dreamers, cosplayers?
Well, I think that's the fascinating part. It goes way beyond the box office stats. The films managed to create this genuine human connection, a real sense of community.
Yeah, like you were part of it.
Exactly. They built this shared cultural space where viewers weren't just watching, they felt, well, involved, connected to that world. And that sense of community, that's the real legacy. And it's a massive challenge for any reboot to try and capture again.
Right. Which brings us to the big news now. HBO Max. They've announced they're doing it all again. A multi-season show.
One book per season is the plan.
Yeah, one book a season.
Yeah.
And the intel we've gathered suggests a totally new cast, aiming for something maybe a bit darker, more book accurate.
And this is where it gets really interesting. The fan reactions are, well, all over the place. There's definite excitement, for a fresh perspective, but also real concern. You hear people asking, is it too soon? Right next to people saying, no, this is perfect timing for a new generation.
That tension is palpable.
It really is. It highlights just how strong that original connection still is. It makes this adaptation a very delicate thing to handle, and that aim for a darker, book-accurate tone, it's probably strategic, right? Trying to hook the fans who grew up with it, who maybe want that deeper dive into the book's later themes.
So moving from that established legacy, let's talk about this gamble HBO Max is taking. What are fans hoping for? Speculating about? I mean, everyone asks, will Peeves finally show up?
Ha, yes. Peeves is always top of the list.
And what about, like, the deeper stuff the films maybe streamlined? SPW, Hermione's Elf Rights campaign. We're really digging into Voldemort's backstory.
And connecting that, all the speculation, it's not just about ticking boxes for scenes. It really shows this deep fan desire for, expanded storytelling.
Right, more of the world.
Exactly. It's about enriching the world they already feel they know so intimately. They want faithfulness to the details they love from the books. The books are almost seen as sacred texts. Any change is risky.
So what specifics are coming up in our sources? Top fan wants. Seems like more book-accurate scenes is a big one. Like Dobby's full story.
Oh, definitely. His arc was quite condensed in the films. Heartbreaking, but condensed.
Yeah, and exploring complex characters more. Like Snape or Lupin, getting their full stories, maybe nuances the films had to cut.
Absolutely. There's a real hunger for that depth. And also just seeing more of Hogwarts life, beyond just Harry, Ron, and Hermione, more of the day-to-day magic, the other students, really immersing you.
It does raise that big question then. What actually makes an adaptation work when the original books are so deeply loved and understood?
It's not just about cramming every detail in, is it? It's about understanding why those details resonated. The emotion, the character layers, the feeling of a complete world that people already feel part of.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, ultimately, however this new series turns out, one thing feels certain. The magic of Harry Potter, that whole universe, it isn't going anywhere.
Nope. It endures.
Hogwarts will always be there, right? Whether you're rewatching the old films or trying out the new show.
Exactly. And maybe something for you to think about as this new chapter unfolds. How do these new takes on classic stories do more than just revisit? How do they actually challenge us to maybe rethink our own connection to these beloved narratives, see them in a new light?